Thanks, Graham. I just started the recording. So our system is set up for semantic searching. So for instance, if you know that you're looking for a Java developer, our system will know the difference between a Java developer and a barista, right? So it's taking, or sales rep could also be a account manager or business development. Our system recognizes what you're looking for, but you can always toggle to the Boolean search and put in your search criteria. I pulled 2 jobs just for demo purposes from McDermott's site. One was civil engineer and one was treasury analyst, just so you can see what I did. So I put in civil engineer for job title. I put in Plainfield, Illinois. And as you can see, the system defaults to 30 miles radius, but you can change that at any point. So this is the initial search that I did. That's the only criteria I put in. So you can see the system pulled back 102 matches. You can add multiple job titles. So again, civil engineer, maybe there's another job that you're looking for in Plainfield, Illinois, and you just want to get more applicants in one search. Maybe you are looking for a civil engineer in multiple cities. You can put up to 5 different cities. I'm just scrolling down. On the left-hand side, these are all those advanced searches that you guys had on the original search field, right? You can put years of experience that you're looking for by clicking on the plus. One thing I will I want to call out, if you need someone that has 3+ years of experience, if you just put a 3 here, it's just going to look for anyone that has at least 3 years of experience. But if it's 3+, just make sure to add that plus, and it's really anyone that has 3 years or greater. And again, you can put required at any point or nice to have. I'm going to take this out for a second. If there's any companies that you guys have found that you've got exceptional candidates from, you can search by a company name, right? So our system will look to see if any of the 102 people work for a certain company, certain school, someone who's willing to travel, last time resume was updated. Our resume database is based on, can hold a resume up to 3 years. Once a individual has not updated their resume, like Jen Maisel, because I've been with Monster for 9 years and I haven't needed to update it, that resume will get archived. So again, you know at least the resumes that are available to you through here are at least 3 years or newer, but you can always select the date range. Someone in the last day, 3 days, week, month, or you guys can put a date range. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. Is sort of like the basic searching capabilities. But what I want to show you, which is different with our Monster database and others, is that you guys have the ability to look at anyone's profile, right? So everything but their contact information without being charged what we call a view. So if I want to click on this individual, the first individual that pulled up as a 99% match, I'm just going to scroll down. As you go down, you'll see that the matching criteria changes based on what I've put in for a search parameter. And then as you get further down, you'll see that it'll change to 68%, the colors changes. And that really is just based on the match of the individual's information on their resume to what I'm looking for. So I went into this individual's profile. As soon as I click on the middle pane, it opens up the third pane, and you can see it automatically defaults to a profile. You can see all the information that's on this individual's resume, but we've created the layout. So we've taken all the information So any profile that you look at for any individual in the resume database will be set up like this, with their skills first, how many years of experience they have with each of those skills, talks about, it'll highlight why they pulled this particular individual. It'll highlight in yellow my words, the civil engineer piece of it. And again, you can scroll down. If this is someone you guys are interested in contacting, you simply need to just click on the resume. The resume then gives you that individual's contact information as well as how their resume is set up. So now again, their information will be kind of however they've laid out their resume. When you click to see a candidate's contact information is when you use one of your views. You guys collectively have 10,000 views to engage with during our annual agreement. So unlimited profiles, 10,000 views. And now also the beautiful thing about our platform is that once you click on an individual's resume or contact information, there are multiple outreaches that you can do within a 30-day window that doesn't charge you any other view. It's still just under that one view. So what can you do? So again, you can pick up the phone and you can call this individual. You will see here, as soon as I clicked on the block to see their profile, it highlights for me that it's been viewed. As a team, let's say Christine has done a search and this individual was pulled up on a different search she had done. You'll see another little icon. It's like an image of a person. It means that Christine has done some type of activity for this individual. So it would, and I'll show you where activities get logged, which is right here. But this gives you a gauge to say, maybe I reach out to Christine first. Like this was someone I was interested in. Where is this person in the process, etc. So it keeps you guys organized and it's a really good candidate experience.
I've got a question for you.
Please.
So when I open it up, it doesn't actually count until you hit resume. The profile doesn't count. Now, if I save them to a folder, which is what I've been doing, and I go back to them and look at them again, is that another count or does that still count as the first count?
It's a first count. So any activity that gives you their contact information. So if you didn't, if you had just been in the profile and saved them to a folder, you now own that candidate's information. So you can access your folder all year long and you'll never be charged another view for that particular candidate because you save them in a folder.
Okay. And then when you put notes in there, so if somebody else goes and sees it, they will see my notes or will they not see my notes?
They'll see your notes. Yeah.
Okay.
So they will see your notes if they go to the activity section or if they click on the little icon. Elisa, I see your hand raised. Please.
I'm sorry. I keep trying. That's not my intention to keep putting my hand down. My bad. Please continue and I'll ask away.
Okay, no worries. So great question. So the system will tell you sort of what you've done because life gets busy and you might forget that you've already viewed this individual. This viewed will stay on for 30 days and then it'll go off. Meaning if I do another search and this person is pulled up, then you view their resume, their contact information, you'll be charged another view. But like I said, if it's someone you're interested in, put it into a folder and then that person's yours for the life of our partnership.
And it's specific to that recruiter. So even though I view them, if Elisa would go and view them, even though he's been viewed already, it would actually be a double view that he would get because it would be a different recruiter.
Yeah, it's a great question. So within that time frame, so if you make an activity, that activity that will stay with that individual for the life of that for that for that entire time. So anytime a team member did a search and saw an activity, now again, if someone doesn't create an activity, they would have no idea that someone's already spoken with this person. You can, just so you can see here, you can click on the activity and you can tell the system what you've done, added a note, added to a folder, etc. Or you can click on these three dots here, same type of information, and it'll record it and who did the activity. So again, you guys can talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Up to how many counts do we have? And does the count accumulate per recruiter, or is it, oh, okay, it's per recruiter?
Nope. It's a great question. Sorry. It's cumulative. So you're sharing a pool of views. So it's unlimited users, but you're sharing the amount of views.
And how many views do we get?
You have 10,000 views. And when you log into your account, like right now this is my demo account. So you can see there's a meter here. It says 15,000 views. When you log into your account, you'll see 10,000 views, and it detracts views as they get used. So
what happens if we reach the amount, if we exceed that amount?
So I work closely. Yeah, it's a great question. I work closely with Victoria and Bethany. So I'm going to be sending monthly reporting. I can even do weekly reporting that shows who, and I'll show you an example of the reporting. Christine's right now the only one who's used views. I think she's used 18 views.
I think I went from 10,000 and 9,982 as of today.
Yeah, so you've used 18 views of the team's views, if you will.
Yeah, that's just one recruiter. That's why I'm asking this question, because we obviously, that's what we spend most of our day doing, looking at resumes. So I just want to make sure that we don't exceed our surplus, right?
Well, what I think we have to do, Elisa, is like, especially with the GRC using it, is I think we need to really, really look at the info under the profile, because that was what I wanted to find out, is when does it actually count as a view? So knowing that the GRC is searching, we're all searching, we need to look under profile and just make sure, because it sounds like that's for a year. We don't want to go through them in the first 6 months. So we really need to make sure before we're clicking on the resume that it's really someone that we want to call, I think is what we need to do.
The other thing, because I said the same thing to Bethany when we were having this discussion, and she's like, V, it's like 800 a month. And I'm like, yeah, okay, fair enough. That's a lot, right? When you think about ZipRecruiter and what we were going with Zip, and it was like, was it 250, 300, 400, something like that a month?
400 a month, yeah.
We weren't even reaching that. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you actually get into it and there's 800, and this is just for the Americas, I think you'll find that it's more than you actually think it is. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, and obviously, yeah, the GRC, and I think the GRC is on the call. We have representation on the call. Just as long as, we're all aligned and we're all having that discussion about how we can maximize our use of those clicks, then I think we'll be fine. And Christine, it may be that you hop on the phone with, some of the GRC members on this call and say, hey, let me show you how I use it and how I think we can use it to benefit us, so that we're keeping those numbers in check.
I think that's a great idea, that all recruiters kind of get on that same call. So we're all aligned with, just going with a certain rhythm, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. And I see we've got Mary on the call and Grim and Angel. So, you guys feel free to connect with Christine and Elisa and Jesse, and whoever else. And the same goes for you guys, Christine, Elisa, and Jesse, to connect with those sources as well. Just so you are having that cadence.
Okay.
It's great. And again, I'm happy to send, maybe we do weekly reporting. And again, I can send it to everyone, or I can just send it to, if it's Victoria and Bethany, you guys tell me, but we can keep an eye on it, especially as we're just getting familiar with the platform. And if we see that there's someone who's, in a week is blowing through inventory, I don't want to say blowing, like maybe just being very successful and reaching out to candidates, what have you, we can always just regroup and make sure that everyone understands, if, to your point, if these are not people that you guys are outreaching for, then just let's stick to the profile. I do want to show you so the system will automatically pull up the profile. You can select next, and it will go through the 102 people by just pressing next, always looking at the profile. So again, you can review all the information on their resume except for that contact information. Great call outs, team. Okay, so our platform, you can also text candidates. So we have, so it's a two-way texting service. It's all included. There's no additional cost. As you guys know, I've already looked at this individual's resume. So again, by texting them, it doesn't cost me any other views, and they've opted in. So this little 3 blue icon shows, if I put my cursor over it, it says SMS opt in. So when candidates create a profile on Monster, they have to either acknowledge that they agree to the SMS, which is the two-way texting, or if they don't check it off, we do not authorize you guys to reach them that way. But these individuals, and I'm just going to scroll down, some haven't opted in, others have. So when you're doing your search, you can always say, listen, right here on the left-hand side, sort of the advanced, I only want results back of people who say that I can text message them because I know I can get in front of them fast. That's your prerogative. If you select limit candidates that can be contacted via the SMS messaging, sorry, that's a mouthful. I then need to go to update, and then it'll pull back. So 26 of the 102 have opted in for the text messaging. So to the text message piece of it, I just click on the icon and it will open up. Oh, it's down here. I'm like, why? Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I was like, where did it go? Where is this? Hold on one second. All right, what's going on?
If it helps, it just says enter your mobile number.
Oh, I'm not seeing any.
No, verbiage. It's not. I used it before. That's what
okay. I'm like, wait, this is so bizarre. Okay. It does usually say enter your mobile number. Okay.
Yeah.
So just so you know, and I should already be set up, so I'm not sure why I'm getting that. Again, I just want to, if you run it, I'm going to call technical support and say, maybe it's something with my demo account. I'm not sure, but it will ask you to enter your phone number. Now, please know this is not a phone number that will ever be candidate facing. Our system generates a phone number for you, but our system, so you can just type it, and you can type in all zeros if you want, or you can put your company phone number down. This is what it looks like. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So she's going to do a screenshot in the chat. I'll close this off. Now, the texting icon will allow you to, again, from your computer, type in a message. You just have to keep in mind that you want to keep it to that 140-ish characters because it's going to appear on the candidate's cell phone, right? So even though the system is allowing you to type away, just be mindful of how the candidate's going to receive it. When they message you back, and again, you have to be in the platform. You can click on the text message portion here, and you'll see the person's name and your correspondence. What's great about this two-way texting is, one, you are in OFCCP compliance because if someone is covering for you and they need to be able to respond, someone's able to see your correspondence, and it's always tracked. So you can always make sure that, you guys are staying with the company's brand and messaging with how you, with your conversing with the candidate. So you have that capability. And then also, I'm just going to go back here. So you have the texting through the platform available to you. You also have the ability to send not only an individual email, but a bulk email. So if I'm just going to send this individual an email, it'll pop up. So here, now I have a pop-up screen. Where did I go? Here, I'm sorry. So yeah, so you can do initial email. You can do a 5-day follow-up email, as well as a 10-day follow-up email. So this is allowing the system, the technology, to do the work on your behalf. So you send out an initial email to this individual. Maybe what you create, you want to save it as a template. Again, you can create a template. There's smart fields you can use. You can ask the candidate, has the ability to respond directly to yourself. So of course it would be your email address. And you have the ability to attach the job URL. So, you know, Jen Maisel, I think you'd be very, you know, a great fit for this. Want to tell you more about the opportunity, but here's a link to the job so you can read sort of the requirements, etc. And, you know, let me know if you're interested, however you guys write it. The 5 and the 10-day follow-up will only kick in if the initial email was not opened. So Jen Maisel doesn't open it. 5 days later, I get another email. Maybe you tweak it a little bit, Jen, reaching out again. And then same thing. They won't get the 10-day follow-up unless if they haven't opened the 1st or the 5-day. So you have that as well. So that's the individual emails. And then I want to show you, cancel, I want to get out of this, discard. To set up a campaign. So let's say you I've narrowed down my search as best as I possibly can, right? I feel really good about the 26 people that I have here. You guys can opt. There's a couple of different things. I can email all of the 26 matches. I can also use this toggle down at the bottom, which says notifications enabled, meaning if there's any other person that uploads their resume to Monster or military.com, when you have this toggle of notifications on, that resume will get emailed to you as soon as it gets, I should say, like in the 24-hour cycle that we have. So again, you could, in theory, have interested people coming to your inbox with new resumes that you guys can message. And setting up the email campaign, don't show me this again, very similar to the individual run, right? And again, this will send up to 100 emails a day. So right now, only 26 are getting, would be getting that email. But if others started uploading their resume, it would kick in. And you're good there.
So
guys,
do we have to save our search, or it automatically saves when we hit the notification enabler?
It's a great question. So right here, back on your home screen, these are all the searches, or for this demo, I did these 2 searches for you, and they will be saved. And then this little notification enabled bell will be highlighted if you've turned on that enable feature. You can see the Treasury Analyst hasn't. So for instance, if I start getting inundated, you know, which I don't think will be the case with civil engineers in Plainfield, Illinois, but let's say your search is general, a more, where there's more people that might be, uploading their resume, you can turn off that email notification at any point. Okay. One thing I did want to show you is I mentioned before, hold on, did I pull up? I want to quickly, bear with me 1 second while you guys see I pulled up a report. Here we go. This is the report that I can send to everyone, or if I just send it to Victoria, whatever you guys want. This will show, and I just did it from February 10th to today. You can see inventory used, and it's just a highlight. Only one search was done, and you will be able to see what that search was. What else? And you can see that it was Christine who did it, but all these tabs down give us more granular look into the reporting. So you can see there was 18 used, activity summary. So 18 contact information was viewed. Let's see, 1 resume was downloaded. You'll be able to, the system will note if you guys use any of the text messaging features. If you guys send email campaigns, it'll also track open rates, success rates. We also, and this is another thing, by activity by month, it'll show search detail. Here we'll be able to see what the inventory, or again, what the searches are by name. So again, project engineer, you can see it pulled up 321,000. Netherlands, again, this is US, so that wouldn't pull up. And then the last tab shows you your remaining inventory. So again, we will continuously work with you guys to ensure, as you start playing around with the system and you start getting comfortable with it, you'll have questions, of course. I will send you guys the link to our weekly trainings. As I mentioned before, they're always free, but I am always here to answer any questions that you guys have, or if you just want to set up a one-on-one training with a specific, question, or if you're struggling to find, resumes for a particular title. We have an entire client success team that I'm happy to engage them and say, listen, this is the, job title, this is a job description and location. Can you guys help us to see if there's other best practices we should be using to find the talent? It's 4:03. Did I get you guys excited or did I scare you to death?
I'm good.
You're good. Awesome.
Christine is stoked. Christine is stoked.
Awesome. But it really is for everyone to use. Again, it's shared views, but if you guys, and it sounds like you guys are going to be diligent with really reviewing the profile information, then it's unlimited profiles. So you should be all set, but we'll keep an eye on the inventory as we go.
I just want to give GRC, Angel, Graham, Mary, do you guys have any questions on how to use Monster? This might be quite new.
Yeah, for me it's quite new, but it's pretty straightforward. I'll probably just gonna have my question once I will be starting supporting like Christine if I were to do sourcing for her.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, Grum, just call me, chat me. We communicate enough during the day. He can just reach out to me.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect.
I had a little bit of experience with Monster, so I think I'm all good. And I'll just reach out to Jessie for the recs we can use.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Sounds good, team. I will send the recording as soon as it's ready. It usually only takes a few minutes after we log off. But like I said, please, let's keep communication flowing. We're here to make sure you guys are using the tool, that it's working for you, and we'll take it, day by day as we go.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate
Thanks,
it, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Always. Take care, guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.